All right, welcome back and thank you for staying with us. It's What's Up and About. Danny, get the way I take look inside this thing. The way I feel, say I look, when I see how the thing look, you don't just be like so. Wait, keep it there, keep it there.
Why are you observing yourself like this?
Please,
wow. Wow. Mike,
it doesn't feel like it looks.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing, the thing, it don't be like how it did inside me. The aura, no just do. But just before we talk here, STK already has the chicken breast. STK, can you tell us what you're doing there? You're marinating it already, right?
She's massaging the chicken breast.
Okay.
Now she's cut it in strips.
Okay.
And yeah, I think she marinated it with the. Tell us now.
All-purpose seasoning. Okay. Is it your secret? So you know that every chef has this what they call their secret seasoning or something. You can get this one, eh?
All-purpose seasoning.
There's no secret. If you can cook, you can cook, yeah. If you can't cook, you cannot cook. His secret is that.
So are you gonna fry it down?
Yes, I'm going to pan fry it.
You're gonna fry it, eh?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. So when these things come out, it's to the people that have, you asked the question about if you've not tasted her my sandwich.
Yeah.
There's a period when it was a very regular for me, and that's one thing about me. Whenever I find something I like, for a while, I now overdo it, and then they get tired of it. Not because there's anything with that thing, but just how it is.
Yeah.
There's one particular shawarma, a very cheap one in my area. Someone that discovered it, and then for like 1 week or 2 weeks, taking it steady.
Okay.
Until one particular day, the shawarma tasted like a goosey soup.
Ew! Oh my goodness.
And that was it.
Maybe they use the same pan or something to cook something.
I don't know.
Oh
but God. I had overdone it. And so that I tried this time. Whenever I like something, I try to always watch myself, so that I don't overdo it. And then
I would advise against that, to be honest, especially in Nigeria, because I have some in Nigeria. When you go somewhere, you eat something you like it today. Tomorrow, there's no guarantee.
That's quite true.
There's no guarantee.
That is quite true.
Yeah, so I have something today. If I like it, I will go there until it changes.
Until it changes. And generally, even with packaged stuff, we see that something maybe this particular biscuit, 2 years ago, it tasted somehow.
There were 5
inside the pack, and then suddenly there's 3.
You notice that the pack is fatter.
Yeah.
Now realize it's air that is inside. By the time you open it,
it was this particular, is it peanut? That one particular peanut.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
The intentionality now, they made it.
Oh my goodness. But at this point, I just want to say welcome back, Winfrey.
Thank you.
We missed you.
Of course you did.
Those amazing outfits, those amazing looks, the hair, the makeup, the lovely nails. Yes, the energy.
Thank you.
Goodness me. Hope the break was good. It was good.
Oh my God, it was good.
I heard you were
Mike,
playing
you are never
sports.
going to be able to experience 4 months leave.
You're well rested, Charlie.
I will.
Well rested.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Because the early mornings can be brutal. Getting up and coming back to
Tell
work.
me about it. Tell me. Tell me
Oh my gosh, when you're going back from
so
break.
you do have something you want to talk about, eh?
Yeah.
There's this stuff here that came out. I'm just even seeing it after Winfrey drew my attention to it about KWAM and public disturbance, aka public nuisance and whatever. And it does happen here. If you've not seen the story, it's about him trying to carry some liquid over the amount or the required limit. Over the required limit. It's supposed to be 100 ml.
Yeah.
Which is what is that? How many liters? That's quite small.
No, it's 100 ml. It's like this.
It's very small.
Yeah.
It's very small. That's 1/10 of a liter.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what that's 1/10 of a liter. So that's quite small, right? So maybe your hand cream or something, very small liquid. So, but he apparently was carrying something and they tried to stop him and he poured, according to the story, he poured the liquid, which was alcohol, on
one of the crew.
The crew and all of that. And I don't even know why the thing is making so much news, but I think I saw an image where he said he narrowly missed the plane. I don't know why, if the plane was trying to taxi away or something, and he was trying to stand in front of the plane or something. I don't know. You know, now, plane. You know when you see private jet, maybe the private jet can be looking like Range Rover, and like, okay, I want to stand in front and stop it or whatever.
Oh, God.
But this was not a private jet. This was a commercial air flight, right?
Okay, but a small one.
And then it was not a
it's normal commercial flight.
Over 100 passengers. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit 100.
Okay.
So what actually happened was that he literally went on board. So of course we know, first of all, when you go, when you're taking a flight, right? There's a point where your liquids can't get past.
Yes.
If it's over 100 ml, right? So of course he went through that because we know how Nigeria is.
It's Nigeria now.
So by the time he got to the plane, the truth is once you're past there, it's not usually meant to be a big deal. So by the time you get on board, right? And then there's a ruckus and like disturbance, and they're okay, fine, what's going on? And then the pilot comes out to like check, assess the situation, and I mean, there's just all of that back and forth and everything. So I think from the backstory, it was like his conduct was quite disturbed. It was considered a nuisance basically aboard, and then airport security was called to come and get him off the flights because I mean, you can't fly when you are disturbing people. And I mean, they got him off the aircraft. They closed the doors, ready to go because you know airlines are scheduled. I mean, air flights are scheduled and all of that. But then again, he stands in front of the plane.
He says the same
so
plane is not moving.
Taxis left, he goes left. He moves right, he goes right.
Wow.
And I'm thinking,
he stood in front of a plane.
I'm like, okay.
Wow.
I'm like, he must have been drinking
So
something.
you know, even on the
interesting.
tarmac, you know how dangerous even just being on that tarmac is when the engines are on.
Yeah.
Because there's this weird suction thing that comes from some of the engines, depending on the type of plane
I'm just saying now that, he actually
but that's like so dangerous.
So he was trying to do that and all of that.
Wow.
And
But I was upset about the fact that he poured the substance, whatever liquid it was, onto one of the
so
crew.
it was at that point he was actually...
You know, I don't know.
So now there's stuff about the pilot being suspended.
Yeah.
Because the NCA announced that the 2 pilots have been suspended because there was a serious breach of aviation safety protocols. The pilots were said to have initiated takeoff procedures without obtaining the required pre-departure clearance.
Wow.
Thereby endangering ground staff and other airport users. The
So
Aviation
maybe
Authority condemned the act as a reckless violation of both national and international safety standards. In addition to sanctioning the pilots, the NTA is reportedly considering placing KWAM on a no-fly list.
Goodness
a
me.
measure typically reserved for individuals deemed to pose a security risk. If implemented, the restriction could significantly affect the artist's ability to travel for both local and international performances.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know about the protocols before taking off, but I know that if there is anything on the tarmac that is hindering that flight going off, they're supposed to shut everything down. But I feel like there's that whole mindset of, maybe somebody made a phone call, or maybe somebody threatened somebody that, you're not going to work here again, I'll have your job, all those kind of threats. And it just feels like some of those threats are coming to fruition now. These guys have been suspended. These guys, they just went to work in the morning to go and fly their plane. And then somebody poured alcohol or somebody else, and now suddenly they're suspended. Like, really? I don't think.
No, so maybe I'm thinking about the part of him standing in front of the plane and being still moving.
The plane shouldn't have
mentioned. So, but the point is that there is an investigation ongoing.
Yeah.
And I think what we should try to draw from here is that wherever and whatever you do, I know that there are a few times when it seems like I want to take advantage of maybe my status or whatever I am.
Yeah.
It has happened with some journalists. We've seen some very ugly incidents. But I found out that it is better to be nice to maybe security. Most of the time, let's take for example, police just stopping you, stop and search. In fact, most of the time, because of at a particular point, my glass is tinted. Before I even get there, I've already wound down everything. So they just even don't have a problem with that because you should expect them. If, of course, there is now the plan for the tint permit, which the government is putting together. But before that, they would want to search. Be nice to them. If it's possible, look at their badge and call their name. Disarm them with your nice name.
Okay, so I will say this, right? Yes, no, I totally get that because the truth, it actually works in Nigeria. Like with police especially. In Nigeria. What else? Anyways, I would like to say this, right? I mean, yes. I mean, this story, can be seen from several angles. The angle of KWAM himself, the angle of the airport security, because first of all, they took him off the flight because it was considered a nuisance. What hindered them from taking him out? Out of the tarmac, right? And away from all of that. Fine, he was moving up and down. But then again, a flight was being delayed. There were other people as important. That's what the fact. And the truth is that we see this a lot in Nigeria. I've literally been aboard an aircraft and they're literally seen, because some people think, okay, they have some status and then they get this, they kind of be disrupted. Some people actually from economy want to be upgraded because they're not meant to be flying. Hello, did you pay for it? So my point is, do you understand? Like, people do these things, and these are the things they can try. If they're
in any other country,
you are flying, you're in the US, you will carry a drink, alcohol. Do you understand? And then I mean,
unsealed.
Do you understand? My point is, and then you pour it on the and they are talking about the plane moving on.
So that's why I feel
there's
like
another. If I was her lawyer, if I was the pilot was female, the captain of the plane was female, by the way.
Oh.
If I was her lawyer, we have an angle, we'll bring it from.
Another angle.
All right,
female
that's it.
captain.
Let's know what you think about all of this. Let us know in the comment section. We'll be right back after this time out.
Yeah. And the issue.